Good morning, CDT day 127. I opted not to get up early, so it is, I think, a little after 8 a.m. right now. Had just a really comfortable, nice sleep, enjoying being on public land for the last time for a little bit. So we're going to be heading out soon, just got everything all packed up, and I got us a plan for the next couple of days, and it's a pretty good one. So we got 20 miles to Whitehall, so we can resupply there and get some food and charge up our electronics a little bit, and then we'll go like 5 miles out of town, something like that, and camp somewhere. And then from there, tomorrow we're gonna get back onto the CDT and do about a 30-mile day. Even if we do a little bit less, like 25 to 30 is all we need to do. And then we'll be between 2 and 5 miles from the highway that can take us to Butte. So tomorrow will be a full hiking day. We'll have a resupply for that from Whitehall. And then the next morning, it's just 2 to 5 miles to the highway, takes us into Butte. And I found a hotel. We got Quality Inn and Suites, $75 with tax total for 2 people. It's right next to the highway, so it's easy to hitch there. And it's surrounded by just tons and tons of fast food restaurant chains. There's also an outdoor shop there that can do the Darn Tough sock exchange. So I wear the Darn Tough socks that have a lifetime guarantee, and whenever they get holes in them, you can exchange them, but you usually have to send them to Darn Tough. But sometimes there's outdoor shops that do the exchange, so you can just give it to them and they'll give you a new pair. So I'll have that, and it's like right down the street from the hotel. There's also the post office is right down the street where I can pick up my 2 resupply boxes that'll be waiting for me, thanks to 2 Trail Angels, and I'll be mentioning that. And then there's also a Walmart right nearby for resupply, and a Safeway, I think, only a couple blocks away. So we'll literally have everything we want within walking distance, and we'll have the whole day to enjoy it. And it's going to be a perfect time. And then after that, we'll be on the northern end of Butte instead of the southern end, and we'll be resupplied and ready to go and off to get to Helena the next day. So it sounds pretty efficient. Sounds like we'll get everything we need and want, and there'll also be a hot tub and a pool at the hotel, so you can't really complain about that. For now, 12 miles into Cardwell, possibly stop at the store, possibly pass through, and then an extra 8 for a total of 20 into Whitehall, and then just a couple out of there. That's the plan for today. So it's time to get hiking and see what we can come up with. All right, it is 9 a.m. on Tuesday, September 3rd, and we are now on the move, leaving Beaverhead Deer Lodge National Forest and heading out back onto a bunch of private land, and I believe also exiting the mountains and getting back into some scrubland and grassland, things like that, and a lot of roads. We'll be walking on a road like this out to a country highway, which shouldn't be too bad, but it'll probably be paved, and then we'll be on a road that parallels Interstate 90 for a while, so it's going to be pretty busy with vehicles and things like that. All right, made it to our first water source, about a mile away from camp. So I'm gonna hang out here, have some breakfast, and filter some water. Jesus hates it when I filter water because he says it's a waste of time. So he's already out there in the canyon somewhere. But that's fine. I'm gonna sit here and the rest of my food. So I'll filter some water, and this is all the food I have left. Some beef jerky and some Fiesta nuts. Perfect amount to get me into Whitehall without even feeling very hungry. So that's great. A lot of protein left, things like that. I actually had even more food, but I was giving some to Jesus because he was running low. So that's another reason why he's headed towards town, because he's got to get to food pretty soon. I'll catch up to him at some point and probably meet him in Whitehall at the worst. But enjoy some breakfast, some water, and continue on the road. 19 more miles to Whitehall. I'm entering the cow gauntlet. Everybody be cool. Hey, little guy. Everybody be cool. What's up, cows? I'm surrounded by them. They could take me out at any moment. What's it? Oh, okay, you're cool. Oh, easy now. Easy now. I survived the Great Cow Gauntlet of 2019. I don't know how I did it, but my story needs to be told. I smell an autobiography. We are now transitioning back onto pavement, and it'll probably be pavement all the way back to past Whitehall. This will make for some quicker walking, but my feet are not going to like me for it. In other news, some really cool stuff going on in the background. These big rocky hills and a lot of layers of mountains all in the background. But we are definitely headed back into desert-like conditions. So a lot of grasslands, prairie, dry, and shrubs and sage and all that good stuff. Alright, we just made it into Cardwell, sorry, the town that's on the way to Whitehall. And it looks like they have a store that has everything you need, so we're going to stop by and hang out for a little bit. There's I-90. We're going to be almost paralleling this for a very, very long time, probably through tomorrow morning, for a total of maybe like 15 miles or more. So, get used to seeing this and hearing it. Yeah, there's no doubt we have plenty of summer left. It is scorching hot out here right now, and we're getting baked in the sun. Oh man, is it warm. Luckily there's I guess you'd probably call him a trail angel. A guy stopped for us just to see if we needed a ride somewhere. His wife is a PCT veteran, and they've picked up a lot of hikers in the area before, because they've lived in this area and they know that CDT hikers come through. So it was really nice of them to check on us. Unfortunately, I had to decline because, continuous footpath. But man, that was a tough one to decline because it is hot, and I could really go for some shade or some AC or some more ice cream right now. But Whitehall is only about 5.5 to 5 miles away. So I won't only be in this for about another hour and a half for now, and then we'll be in town, probably in the restaurant or something, wait until evening when it gets cooler to hike out. This road crosses back under I-90 and continues on to Whitehall. And luckily, this underpass is creating pretty much the only shade on this whole section, so I'm going to sit under here and collect some cool air for a little while. Finally made it into Whitehall. Luckily there was a nice cloud that gave us a little bit of shade for the last mile, but other than that it was very hot and very dry, so I'm doing a lot of sweating. But we are now at the K-Bar, and they have the fullest of full menus. So we're going to go with the special. We're both getting a prime rib sandwich, and then also we're both getting our own combo platter. And she warned us, she said, "Are you sure you want two? Because they're pretty big." And we said, "Oh yeah, we want two. Oh yeah." There she blows the combo platter, the appetizer before the meal. Flash forward from the road, we got ourselves a hotel room. Jesus was looking at the satellite for the road that we'll be walking through to get out of town, and it is all private land. It is all open desert with nowhere to even stealth camp, so we're kind of forced into getting a room for the night. So I'm not complaining. Got a fridge, microwave, TV, and most importantly beds for the night, and a shower. So we're gonna hang out here for the evening and enjoy it. So, and tomorrow we'll be off to get back onto the CDT. Alright, so today's stats, we did about 20 miles today, exclusively pavement road walking, and it was a little tough towards the end of the day. It was really hot, so at least we get some warmth before the end of the season, but it's still pretty tough to deal with out there on the asphalt with no shade. So yeah, 20 miles, elevation unknown, but pretty much nothing. It was mostly flat. So tomorrow we will pick it back up and continue our road walking for another 20 plus miles until we get back to the CDT in the mountains, I believe. And then it'll be Butte in 2 days. So calling that the end of the day, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.